Why, hello there, guys, and welcome to my stomach making noises. We'll leave it in, whatever. I could redo the intro, but I don't care. I got a noisy stomach. It happens. Yeah. Welcome to the wreck, the demo. Because the actual game is not out yet. It should come out here in spring, I believe, 2022. So any day, any week, any month within these 3 months. I don't know much about this. I was sent an email, I believe, and I was sent like the press kit and all that, and then it said you could go try the demo right now and see if you like the game. You're free to record it and all that stuff, I believe. It said that anyway. I mean, it's a free demo for anyone to play. I'll leave a link in the description if you wanna. This is supposed to be a cool story game, choose your own adventure kind of. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. It actually looked very interesting. It looks like the type of game that'll actually have a unique, cool story. We're in français. Yeah, oui, français. In Carrière un autre. I don't know what that. The wreck. Let's do it. I thought, why wouldn't I give the demo a try? And maybe I find out that this game is so great that we're gonna have to play it when it comes out. Maybe. We'll see.
Confession. I love crappy romantic comedies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cliche. I can't help it. I love them.
That's
All
fine.
those
No
movies
problem with
have
that.
that scene, you know? The girl is at her wit's end. She's been crying her eyes out. Her makeup is running. She looks like a zombie. She's done. Which is when Ryan Gosling knocks on her door to coax her out.
Man.
Knock. Shit. You want me to pick shit?
Ah, shit. That sounds nothing like Ryan Gosling.
No, that's your doctor.
This is the problem with my life in a nutshell. It's not romantic, and it's certainly not a comedy. All right, where am I? What happened?
Where?
Oh yeah, the hospital. I felt woozy, and then really
figured.
hot. And I guess that I fainted?
Do I wanna... Oh.
And that's putting it mildly. I'll be alright though.
Are you sure?
Haha, as if I could be sure of anything. Still, I should probably update my guardian angel. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe there's something I know for sure. If I have to spend one more second lying on this filthy floor...
I'm good.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm good.
Unless I could have picked this first and then...
Moment.
I don't know if...
Moment. But it's over now. Sorry, I ducked out. I'm already feeling much better. I can hardly tell her the truth, can I? Most people don't actually want you to be honest with them.
Well, red.
Oh, I apologize, Dr.
Yeah.
Diagana. I just vomited up my breakfast. I had it all over my chin. It wasn't a good look. It's hardly my fault. I haven't been handling stress very well lately. Come to think of it, isn't it her fault? She just had to go and tell me that my mom's in intensive care. I'm sure. I mean, that is her job. But I gotta tell you, that's a lousy job. Really, really lousy.
Yeah, what's going on?
I'll be out in just a second. Those weren't here before. Do you think they have any idea where they are?
Fish.
I'm sure this comes as a shock, but it is crucial that you understand the situation. Your mom had a brain aneurysm. Do you know what that means?
Mom. Funny. I could never get myself to call her mom. She's always been Marie to me. As I understand it, it's a weakened artery wall?
Correct. And that artery ruptured, which caused a hemorrhage. It is a serious situation. We need to prepare for whatever happens next, very quickly indeed.
I've watched enough Grey's Anatomy to know that this is not good.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about medicine. I work in administration. It's mostly paperwork. I am not going to tell her that I'm a failed screenwriter. She would never take me seriously.
Anything related to medical care will be my team's responsibility. But
Nice
you
hair.
are a trusted advocate.
I'm
So
sorry,
you should be
her what
aware.
now?
Do you not remember? This is the reason we called you. We have your name and your number, which means that you signed the release.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
And since she's not able to express her will, it falls to you to speak on her behalf. But I presume you discussed that when you went through the process. So you must know that there are a number of options to consider.
Man, so the eyes are moving and looking, but the mouth is still, which is so creepy. I like what's going on here. I was gonna say something before. What was it? I mean, I was gonna make a joke that you're a failed screenwriter and I'm a failed YouTuber. It's all good. I relate to you. We're on the same page here.
I don't believe
Same
it.
video.
She put my name on the form without asking me. She must have forged my signature. It's hardly a surprise. She's always done that kind of stuff. But I'm not making any important decisions.
I wanna hear about both.
The phone call from the hospital, that was a surprise. I'd never have thought anything so serious would happen to her. Anyway, when she's back on her feet, she's going to have a good laugh about this. The idea of me deciding on her behalf. I've had my share of this kind of responsibility, and it didn't turn out well. However, my dear mother doesn't seem to understand. After all we've been through, what makes her think that I can make the right decision? Pitting us against one another at a time like this, that's exactly what my mother would do. I feel trapped, like a fish in a barrel.
I feel very confused about your relationship with your mother and what kind of person your mother is.
Oh, come to think of it, I would love that. A 30-second memory, and not a care in the world. Fear me, sharks, for I am the terror of the oceans. That reminds me of the nickname I got during swim class in middle school.
What would that be?
Sea hag. Haters, all of them.
I'm sorry, Miss Fortin.
Delange.
Fortin.
I went back to my maiden name.
I'm sorry, that wasn't in your file. Listen, I understand that this is all very sudden, but we don't have a lot of time. We need to focus.
We do indeed.
Why do you think I'm here? I'm sorry. I'll be nice.
I'm sorry, it's just...
It's okay. I understand. It's not an easy situation. Our major concern right now is the hemorrhage is spreading. There's the risk of a cerebral vasospasm. That is a complication which could severely affect her brain.
Is she going to die?
We're all
We're doing
done
our
today.
best to make sure that doesn't happen. But there could be long-term consequences. This sort of event severely impacts the body, and mental functions may also be impaired. I need to know if you and your mother will be able to deal with that sort of complication.
No, it can't be. I'm not ready for this. Holy fucking shit.
Nice. Shit. I mean, I'm it fits your character at this point. Clearly, you're very... I'll do it.
Shit.
To be completely frank, if we're able to pull your mother through this, there's only a small chance she'll be like she was before.
Small? How small?
Smaller than that. In all probability, she will never be quite the same. Some people would prefer not to keep living under such circumstances. That rather their medical care were geared more around letting go as gracefully as possible. What I need to know is, what would your mother want?
I don't know how to answer that. Last time she told me she wanted something, it was... to be in MoMA.
Excuse me?
MoMA? The museum in New York.
Miss Demange, Wait, your mother's that Marie Demange? The artist?
The artist.
Ah, there it is. Works every time. Once people figure out who Marie is, snap! Their whole demeanor changes. They feel like they know her somehow. Of course, they're completely wrong. Oh, she takes them in with her dog and pony show. But there's a world of difference between who she is in public and in private. And if this doctor knew Marie, the real her, she would realize how ridiculous her question is.
I'd like to think that she's just really thinking this for this long, and the people talking to her are just waiting, wondering like, yeah, you cool? Hello? I just don't worry about it, man. Just I think you're out of your mind. Why would... It's a weird thing to say. Which makes me want to say it, because I'm like, why would you say that? And what's gonna... I'm trying... It's this thing in games where you can sort of choose your reply based on what kind of personality you want to give the person, and whether you want to be nice or evil or mean or whatever, you know? Kind, blah blah. And I usually go for the kind route, because that's who I would be. And I try to play the game as who I would be, or who I would want her to be. But lately, I'm more like trying to play the game as who I feel like this person is, or what would make the most interesting story for myself and for you guys to witness and watch. You know what I mean? I know this is just a silly little decision. Doesn't matter much, I think, unless this is the big decision. I think you're out of your mind. But you know what I mean? I'm trying to make... Well, I mean, and to be fair, if I make a choice you wouldn't have made, it gives you a reason to play the game too. Whoa.
I think you're out of your mind.
Excuse me?
Your question. How am I supposed to decide whether my mom lives or dies?
That's not exactly. You're not...
Not a doctor? You're right. You should be making this decision, not me. I'm sorry, I gotta go.
Can I choose not to?
I know what she'd say. That I'm running away again. What did she expect? That I'd just show up and what? Decide whether she lives or she dies? I don't even know how I'm supposed to make it to the end of the day, let alone... Oh, what the... remember. Diane and I found an injured bird in the backyard. It was tiny. I think it was around the time Marie had set up her new studio in the sunroom. Now that I think of it, that was also my first experience with death. In fact, I also had a really weird dream that night. Something about that day always seemed off. I never figured out why. And why am I thinking about this now?
Left click to advance or right click to rewind. Why would I... oh. What? That's... cool. Oh, I'm looking for stuff. Wasn't there stuff right here? Didn't I for a second?
Recognize it?
Oh,
This
wait.
is the mobile that Marie made me before I was born. It's exquisite and delicate. I loved it. And you did too. I think I still have it in a box somewhere.
Right, so advance. I thought it meant, you know, go away from all this.
I think I saw a big shadow moving down the hallway that night. I imagined a monster bird was visiting us. For
Looks
a long
like a
time,
plague,
I thought
Doctor.
it was just a strange dream.
Well, oh, right from the door. I mean, maybe we should go the other way.
Yeah, Diane was so proud of packing her own suitcase. Her father came to pick her up that afternoon. She spent the weekend with him and her stepsister. I was a bit jealous, but also happy to have some time with my mother. Just us.
I've tried something similar to this, actually. Caring for a bird that ended up dying. Because a cat attacked it. It wasn't me, it was like... Yeah, well, anyway. I have tried something similar. Marie.
Marie told us she'd take care of the bird, so we went back to playing. I never saw it again, and when I asked what happened, she said it just flew away. I was so relieved.
But I guess she did what she had to, huh?
Back then, Marie wasn't very well known, but she was hardworking. She had just started a series on birds, actually. They were all over the house. She considered them a symbol. A postmodern symbol of anti-anthropic levity. Classique Marie.
Classic. Dude, this is fucking cool. Sorry to swear on you like that, but... we've been here, yeah? So, does that mean I missed something because we're still here?
The nest was high up in the tree, but the
I didn't
wind
even mean
blew
to-
it down. The bird was obviously young. It was a big fall. It must have been badly hurt. I didn't realize it at the time. Now, I know for certain that someone was in the backyard that night. And since Diane was at her father's, it must have been Marie. What was she doing out there? Maybe...
Maybe. Huh. Oh,
Marie was always quite passionate about birds. So I suggested we keep this one as a pet once it got better. I could already imagine it. A beautiful cage tucked in the corner of the studio. She got so mad. At the time, I didn't understand why she reacted like that. But now...
Yeah, well, it's gotta be free, you know? I don't think you just take a bird from the outside and put it in a cage. Of course, you could just explain your child that.
Maybe Marie killed the bird. That's what she was doing out there in the middle of the night, burying it in secret. And it might sound strange, but I also understand why she did it.
Well, yeah, could have been a good lesson, but I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, well, I'm not sure what I would have done. Thankfully, I don't have kids. Well, what do we got? Is anything left? We're going back to the garden. Oh, yo.
Marie is really an astonishing person, you know? She's usually hard, but also she could be vulnerable sometimes. She couldn't stand seeing the bird injured. She knew it would never recover. It was too weak. I remember she said, "Not being able to fly, that's no life for a bird." She thought it would be better off dead. She could have just abandoned it, let things run their course. But I don't think she did. I think she killed it with her own hands. It sounds cruel, doesn't it?
No.
But that's just Marie. That's her outlook on life. She's all or nothing. I think... My legs are shaking. Maybe I'm having another turn. I think I need a sugary drink.
Understood.
Do you need anything?
Well, I need more coffee. But if I drink another one, my stomach's going to declare war on the rest of me.
Tell me about it. All or nothing, eh? Well, you see, as for the bird, but I don't know, how do you tell if a bird is, I mean, if it's laying there and it's alive, but it's not flying away, what does that mean? Does it just need 2 minutes to recover and then fly away, or is it just hurt for good and it will never recover and you should put it out of its misery? I have no idea, dude, how to tell that. I'm no bird expert.
I'm not ducking out. Not this time. After all, isn't this what Marie wanted? I just can't speak on my mom's behalf.
Well, it sounds like you can, though.
One thing's for sure, she's a radical. She's all or nothing. All the time.
0. Died.
I understand. It's hard to contemplate the idea of living with a disability.
It's not that, not at all. If we were talking about me or someone else, I would say it's gonna be fine. You adapt. People do it all the time. They have to. Life's too important. I would say that. She wouldn't. I'm not sure that answers your question.
She certainly comes across as rather forthright.
You don't say.
I've seen her on TV a couple of times. My father loves her. She's an extraordinary artist. In her interviews, she's so impressive, fierce even. It must be quite something to be the daughter of someone so talented.
I've heard this one before. That's a polite way to say, it can't be easy to have a nutcase for a mother.
I don't think that's what they mean. I think they think it would be quite awesome to have a mom that so many people like and look up to because she's done amazing work. I mean, in your case, it sounds like she wasn't a great mother, question mark? She was not the same in the house as my stomach is all over the place, but you know, deal with it. It's quite an experience.
Yes, it's quite an experience. Doctor, do we know why? Why this happened? We were just having dinner last night. She was fine.
There could be a lot of factors. Family history, hypertension, alcohol consumption.
I did have a pretty severe hangover this morning.
Even past trauma, like a historic head injury. It's hard to say right now. All right, Miss Demange, I'll give you time to think. Let's speak again in about 2 hours, if that works for you.
Sounds good. Can I see her?
Yes, of course. Let me find out her room number.
Oh, the colors. I don't like hospitals, man.
I know what I have to do, what I should do. It wasn't that long ago that I could write this kind of scene without breaking a sweat. I step into the room, there'll be tubes everywhere, beeping sounds. The audience will know that it's serious. Then I start bawling my eyes out. I collapse on my mom's bed, pouring out snot from my nose. Or maybe I'll be dignified, stony-faced, standing quietly in the corner. Close up on my face. They'll see I'm suffering. Deep inside, a single tear rolls down my cheek. That's exactly how it will happen. Or what should happen. There's just one problem. I really must. She probably needs me. I don't know why, but I can't open that door.
Don't leave again. Or do, it's not my life. I don't know what's going on. Oof. I see. Alright. You'll be able to help Junon. It's a cool name. Face the most challenging day in her life in the full version of the rec at the Game to Your Wish list on Steam to get the latest news and be updated on its release. I will do that. Is that enough? Does that? No, that opens my Steam. I don't think you see that, but yeah, I will add this to my wish list. I would like to know when this comes out. Alright. More games like this. And then there's some weird, like, loot game that... What are you talking about? None of these games look like they're related to this one. Again, this is another weird, like, 3D model kinky game. Ay. Anyway, whatever, I'm sorry. Credits. Pixel Hunt. The Pixel Hunt. Voice. Charlotte. Daysec. It's pretty good. It's pretty good voice acting. I like it. Alright. Oh, I could have quit up here. Loading. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was the rec. The demo. I quite enjoyed it. I actually would really like to play this game when it comes out. I've added it to my wish list, and I will see to it once it comes out. Hopefully I don't have too many other games going on at that time. I will have finished a lot of the things I got going on right now, and I can start right away on that game. So look forward to that. Go play the demo yourself if you want. There are obviously some other choices for conversation and stuff. I doubt it changes much. Burpsy derpsy. So I'm sorry. But hey, you can try if you want. Yeah, I'll see you in whatever I do next. But this was one of the things I could check off my list now. I've had this tab open for a little while, where I knew I wanted to play this demo at some point and try it out. And I have a lot of things like that, almost like a checklist of things and ideas. And this was just a little one of them. Yeah, I just need to do it. But there's a one down, so that's good. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop this video and stop babbling and blah blah. See you in goodbye.